All right, good morning. Karma Collector here. All right, you guys, I need you to pay attention to what's going on with this fake war. This fake ass shit with Iran, okay? This is what this is, guys. All right? This is the third world war, and it's also the great cataclysm, great societal cataclysm, they call it. The great collapse of all of the world right now. This is what they're orchestrating, okay? America's got to fall, but everyone else is too. And the top wealthy elites and our top leaders around the whole world are working in tandem. You can believe it or not, the people above the military everywhere in Iran and Europe and America they're all working together. All right. And here's what they're going to do. And I want you to watch and pay attention. If you guys got a way you can store any kind of fuel that you need, diesel or gas, I would suggest that you do it. Again, you better stock up on food, water, any other kind of things that you need because this is going to shut down the oil. Everything runs on oil. Okay? Okay? And the trucks that deliver everything and they are just it's on everything, okay? The price of everything is going to go up and then we're going to have shortages of things and they're doing this on purpose. They need us all to our knees. First of all, Agenda 2030 is part of it. They want us all, they want to depopulate us all down to hell. They want us actually to die and kill each other. These poorer countries and shit in the middle, they're all going, there's going to be people dying of starvation, famine. You guys, one of the main things, they're just blocking this on purpose. So the oil, we don't get, they're killing the energy supply. So we can't even come to them and say, they're like, we just don't have any. It's gone. The energy's gone. Because look, Iran is going to not bombing the shit out of those Gulf countries. What they're doing, guys, is they're capping everything up and they're going to keep the oil and natural gas in the ground. See, it's still stored in the ground, but everything above ground in that's being stored or the infrastructure to store it or to refine it, they're blowing those up. You can pull the oil and the gas out, but you have to refine it at different types of refineries. And different refineries refine different levels of crude and stuff, okay, guys? And they are systematically taking down in front of us all of the energy supply in the world. And they're going to have us they're going to squeeze us then, man. And they're going to lock us down. They're going to do all this shit, man. You're going to see what I'm telling you is true. And it's about to happen. So please get everything you can. This is a big fake out. You can go look. Their oil is trading futures at under $100 still. To buy a barrel of oil in the real world is $150 right now to physically buy it. Those are paper futures, okay? And they're all bullshit, just like the silver futures don't match. They're doing that so people can look at the price of oil and see, and it's bullshit. It's not matching what you really do in the real world. All right, let me tell you some things to look for, okay? We have, you see, watch for anything that's blowing up places and things on fire. You'll see it's going to be big warehouses, it's going to be oil refineries, chemical plants, shit like that, guys. Okay, Iran just today shut down. They're not going to export any more petrochemicals at all, and they are a huge manufacturer of them. They're not going out anymore. They're keeping them in their for domestic use. Guys, that's the main component of fertilizer. Most of the fertilizer comes through the Hormuz, um, Strait of Hormuz, guys. Okay, they're doing it so we can't even grow food. This is what they're doing to us. All right, guys, I'm back, man. I'm sorry, my camera just cut off like that. Piece of shit. All right, just cut off. All right, so, all right, you guys, Australia, main refinery down there. They get all their oil. I have some Australian viewers too. I'd love me some Aussies. Hey guys, all their fuels. They don't. You think they fucking? I don't. They don't dig up. They don't have oil under Australia. They do. It's not a lot. They import all their shit. And major oil refinery there is just fucking. They just blew up. Just on fire. Blew up. Guys, they're destroying it on purpose, man. They're blowing them up in Russia every day now, guys. But they'll never tell you that in the news here. Where there was some blown up in America here. Watch for false flags. Okay, when they tell us, "Oh my God, our strategic oil reserves," they're in Texas and they're in Louisiana on the coast there, and they're deep down in salt mines. It's very protected in there in a salt mine, and there's millions and millions. I don't have the number offhand, but there's millions and millions of barrels of oil down there. Strategic oil reserve. All the countries have it. Okay, what they're doing, guys, is they're bringing that out. They are depleting our strategic oil reserves, and that is how they're keeping the prices down, and that's how they're keeping gas as low as it is so far. Okay, guys, they're lying to you about everything. Okay, they're lying to you about everything. Yeah, we produce the most oil in America, but guys, but we export a lot of it and we import a lot of it, and a lot of it we can't even deal with here with our refineries and shit, guys. They're not telling you the truth, and they're doing this on purpose. They are destroying the oil and the food supply. Okay, the energy and the food supply is what they're doing. They're systematically doing it right in front of us. Just keep watching. The fertilizer's not getting anywhere. Okay, just keep watching what they're doing, man. And watching when you're hearing about the shit blowing up all over the place, refineries and shit like that. We saw Iran just took all the ones out, all that shit out in the Gulf states and stuff, like it's war. No, 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 no. And they're blockading everything now, just so nothing will get through. They're just to squeeze all the people of the world and all these governments, evil families, and all the banker families. They're all evil doing this to us on purpose. All right, guys? So just watch that, all right? Now, this is all a fake out, man. It's all fake. All right? In the description below, not on TikTok, on YouTube. All right? I'm going to have this short, it's a reading of a letter, okay? From Albert Pike to Giuseppe Mazzini. They are both high-ranking Freemasons. Everyone knew it. And what they did is they're calling this a prediction Albert Pike made. He made a prediction. No, guys, even way back in 1871, the Freemasons and the Jesuits and the top of the Catholic Church and the royal family, and that's who was running the world and already planning this takeover to all imprison us, guys. And what I'm telling you is, in the description is a person that's reading the actual letter, and you can see the words coming up too. Okay, this letter was written in 1871. It's not a prediction, it's the plan. He's writing to him the plan. Okay, and it's talking about that they will make it happen. 3 world wars in 1871. The term World War was not mentioned till the early 1940s. When you're in a world war, you don't know. World War One, no one ever said we're in a world war now. World War One started. No one termed until they were in World War II and all the countries were coming in slowly and making alliances. They're like, oh, we're in World War II now. This is World War II. And that was World War One. No one says it when they're in it. We are in it. World War III started February 28th of 2026, and that'll be the date that they use. But anyway, in this letter, again, 1871, it says we will foment 3 world wars. The first world war will be the Zionists against the fascists. Guess what, guys? Guess what, guys? It was who? It was about the Jews. American England's are the Zionists that set up the fake new Israel, right? Right after World War II, because the fascists were, right? Adolf Hitler, Mussolini for Italy, and the Emperor of Japan. The fascists against the Zionists. And then after this World War, they will let things rest until they foment the Third World War. Well, they will pit the Zionists against the Muslim world, which is what this is going to end up being. Right now, they're faking us out just to bring down the energy, like I said. But they're going to end up having the Sunni and Shiite end up having to unite against the evil Jews of the synagogue of Satan there in Israel and everyone else. And guys, I need you to please, if you've ever done anything else, watch this video in the description and see this letter. They never had termed the World War was not a term or even a thing or even thought of in 1871. And they told us the plan. And they said what the Third World War will be, and that it will result in complete economic, spiritual, and physical exhaustion and collapse of everyone left, and they're going to be killing each other. This is what this is the start of right now, guys, and I need you to please watch that. All right. And then also in the description will be another video. Okay? This is a 1967 recording by Myron Fagan where he's telling everyone about this letter from Albert Pike and about the 3 world wars that he said. Of course, they're in 1967, but he also explains it's a 2-hour and some change video where he's explaining this is a Luciferian satanic plot. Lucifer and the fallen angels are behind the whole thing, all of it, with the Banker families, the Rothschilds, you guys. They instruct them. He tells you it's a Luciferian satanic plot to enslave the American people. It's a whole 2-hour thing telling exactly how it done, how the Illuminati started, how it was a big fake out with the Revolutionary War so they could come over here and practice whatever religion they wanted and set up as much Freemason and bullshit as they want. All that shit's illegal everywhere else, guys. They know it's evil. Please watch the videos and understand what's happening now. This is what they call the Great Cataclysm, the societal collapse. They are going to collapse everything down. And whoever's left still alive, they're going to go underground to their bunkers. All the elites in Hollywood, all the rich, real wealthy people, musicians, all these politicians, they all have bunkers, or they're going to the underground cities where they'll be protected from when the shit hits the fan here. They're going to take away all of our oil and all of our natural gas. They're going to make it, and they're going to take away to where the money's worth nothing, and crash everything down, and no one has anything, and they're making it to where we won't have any food. And then they're going to say, okay, go ahead, go at it. Why? They hide. And then when they come up after the ruins, after a couple of years or so, is what their evil plan is, guys. And whoever's left will be under their control, and will be basically a digital prison, and you're going to do whatever they say, and you're going to give them whatever biometric shit they want, and they will have complete surveillance and control over you. And this is starting right now, the Third World War. February 28th of 2026, okay? All right? So please watch those 2 things in the description. On TikTok, well, you can't do that because I don't know how to do that, if you even can. So you could go over to my YouTube channel, you guys on TikTok, and subscribe to Karma Collector over there. All right, guys? And for those of you that believe in the rapture, I'm going to make a whole video on that too, and I'm going to piss some people out there. That is not a thing. Jesus is not going to suck anybody up into the air and save them from the trouble that's about to happen to us. All right, guys? And I'll see you in the next video. Hey guys, I just got to add this on if you're watching this far. I hope you are, because I made an error with how I spoke in the last part. I meant when I was talking about the First World War, and I started saying all that about the Zionists against the fascists and all that. That was the part they said in the letter about World War II. Well, hopefully you guys watched the video. All right. What I meant to say first was World War I. They tell you is to do with taking down the Tsar of Russia and making it a communist atheist state in the Soviet Union there, which is what ended up happening. Remember, the Soviet Union was that too, was atheist and communist. Russia before that was Christian Orthodox, and they tell you in the letter the First World War, okay, is to do that and do the revolution and take the Tsar Nicholas out of office, right? And World War I was what, guys? 1913 or 1914 to 1918 or 1919. In 1918, Tsar Nicholas and his whole family, that's the one with Anastasia and them, were all killed, remember? So that was the goal of World War I, and it says that in the letter. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is all these things in this letter for World War I and World War II are exactly what they were in this letter in 1871. And they're telling us that World War III will be what it is, and it will also be with the great collapse of society and the great cataclysm and all that shit. It will be that. And that's what's happening now. And that's what they're about to do to us. They're going to collapse everything down. We're going to have shortages. And we're at least in America, guys. Although the fall of America is set for this right now, man, because for payback for how we've treated the whole world, man. I know you think we're doing good for everyone. That's what they want it to be, man. But actually, Israel the British Empire and America are the ones that start wars with everybody and make trouble with everybody. They really are. America's the one that goes and attacks everyone, that doesn't do what they say, man. No one else has invaded anybody. Before you say Russia, I'm going to make a whole video on that. Russia was forced into that, guys. It's the last thing in the world they wanted to do. They were forced into it. They crept NATO up all the way to their doorstep, and that was the last country between NATO and Russia. They had no choice, but that's a whole nother video, guys. Okay? So we're going to get hit here, but it depends on where you live and how you're prepared, guys. At least have some food and water, alternate ways to cook it, alternate heating, maybe, I don't know. Please do these things, man. Okay? Because it's going to come but you guys, everything's at varying levels. You might be in a spot where it's still okay, man. Maybe a big city will be all right. I think it's going to be all crazy there when the food starts to run out and people go crazy killing one another, and I'm dead in the middle of one. But we have to see, different areas are going to be different, man. Some people you might not, I don't know, but a good part of the world is going to die now in famine and all that. Countries that are barely hanging on, waiting on, the rest of the world is not like here, man, in a lot of aspects, okay? All these poor countries they keep down are just waiting on the imports to come in so they can have shit in their stores and stuff. Well, that's going to come to a halt for a lot of places, man, okay? And it's all on purpose to depopulate and to get control of who's left. And when you guys watch the videos in the description, please, you're going to see the grand plan. It is to enslave the American people. And one of the things way back then they said their misinformation campaign will be complete when every single thing the American public believes is a lie. They didn't say the whole world. They said everything the American public believes is a lie. All right, guys, this is what they have in store for you, and I'll see you in the next one then.